Okay, fellow American citizens, today's date is February 1st, 2015, Super Bowl Sunday, and, in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take an extra minute here to get out my phone so I can turn it on, and then open up the calendar application so I can prove today's date. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to briefly talk to you, but first, I'm showing you this video picture of this tent. Do you see how small it is? Now, I want you to picture this tent erected with black weatherization sheets covering the entire length and all sides of it, including front, back, left, and right. Okay? Complete black, thick contractor bag. Okay? And they're also going to be intentionally dirtied a little bit by me in order to keep the sun from reflecting on it. Okay? Now, so picture this tent here in reference to its height, width, and length, covered up with complete black weatherization sheets on all sides. Okay? Now, why am I making this video? Good afternoon. My name is Leslie Williams. I am a target, victim, and activist concerning the criminal expeditions of what is known as organized stalking, which can also be termed as gang stalking. As a result of being a victim of this crime, I have been made literally homeless by the perpetrators of me in another state. Right now, I live in San Diego County, San Diego, California. La Jolla. Excuse me. Now, I'm going to have to talk fast in this video so I can try and condense as many details as possible. And what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to give a lot of descriptions that you can go to Google and type in, and some at YouTube, or both, so you can see that my descriptions in reference to the, I'll be describing descriptions of methods and tactics. I'll be describing descriptions of places that I've been gang stalked at, who's responsible for it in reference to the identified, let me just put it to you this way, who I highly suspect is managing it. And now, so I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to fly right into this. Now, that's my phone turning on right now. Now, understand as well, if on any date, any law enforcement branch in the state of California tries to claim that my parents or any family member of my family or any friends of my family members contacted any law, if any law enforcement tries to claim that a friend of the family or a family member contacted them trying to claim that I'm missing, it's a complete lie. Okay? I rarely talk to any of my family members because, for one, we have an extremely estranged relationship. For two, you can go to Google and type in family infiltration and gang stalking and family indoctrination and gang stalking. Again, like I stated, the only way that you're going to be able to at least get a preliminary understanding to these criminalities is by taking each description and Googling it, and then researching what comes up and cross-referencing the information in order to be able to get a foundation for you to build on for your continued research. Now, so I made that statement because they have literally already tried to do that towards me back in 2012 in San Diego by trying to claim that a family member of my sister's contacted the SDPD. It was nothing but complete lies, and they were caught in it, and they were stupid enough to even leave a paper trail. So, what I'm doing right now is I'm literally explaining to you what is happening towards me so you can see what's happening to me, and as a result you can see what's happening to the targeted individuals who don't even have money for a phone, food, a tent, clothes, bus fare, the voiceless, my fellow targeted individuals, and even their children. Also, as a sidebar notation, you can go to Google right now just to get a in-your-face preliminary introduction in reference to the heinous nature of these filthy little sewer rats that perpetrate these criminalities. Go to Google and type in how they will murder the pets of targets. They literally killed my cat, Higgins, that I had for 16 years. They entered my home and poisoned her. She died in my arms. So, okay, the first description, go to Google and type in gang stalking creating homelessness of targets. Good. And so basically, if I give any type of name, like a name of an employment description, a name of a type of person, a name of a place, cross-reference those names and those descriptions to gang stalking. That way I don't have to continue to say, go to Google and type in gang stalking and police, gang stalking and postal workers, gang stalking and universities. So basically, whenever you hear me mention the name of any type of person, place, or employment description, just cross-reference that to gang stalking, and then in a separate search, cross-reference it to organized stalking. Go to Google and type in universities. Okay, gang stalking, universities, and then I'm just going to continue to state the names. Universities, libraries, churches, charities, homeless shelters, social services, social securities, lawyers, police officers, doctors, firefighters, fire department, EMS, regular ambulance services, okay, teachers and gang stalking, nurses and gang stalking, hospital staff and gang stalking, corrupt county mental health and gang stalking, psychiatrists and gang stalking, psychologists and gang stalking, 911 dispatch and gang stalking. Excuse me. Now, let me just go ahead and show you today's date so I can return the phone back off in order to save power on my battery. As you can see here, it is February 2015. And you can see it's the first because there's, whoops, hold on, accidentally hit the button. Now it's a little blurry because I didn't focus the lens before I started this video file. But you can see that it's February and it's the first Sunday, okay? This is an Android phone with a calendar, with its calendar application. And the time is exactly, well, the time is 3:49 p.m. So I gotta also kind of hurry up because I gotta start dinner. You can see it's the first because if I was to, well, I'm not even going to fool with it. I don't even have my glasses on. I was going to go to the previous month. Anyways, okay, so you can see that it's February 1st. There's a 2nd, there's a 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and then the 8th falls on a Sunday. The 15th falls on a Sunday. The 22nd falls on a Sunday. And then March 1st falls on a Sunday. Okay? So you can automatically tell that this is February. Okay, plus the Super Bowl's on.
Short passes, good solid one blocking at the point of attack. Garrett Blunt not even touched before he gets past the line of scrimmage. On the Seattle 26, right to left. With the first and 10, single back, he's under center, hands off to Blunt, who cuts and stops and stutter steps and goes over the right guard and inside the 24, maybe to the 23, getting a couple yards on that first down handoff. No score first quarter with 4 to go. It'll be second down now for New England and 8. You know, we talk about getting into a rhythm. Think about Russell Wilson. Right now a methodical drive by Tom Brady, this Patriot offense. Beautifully called by Josh McDaniel.
Alright, sorry about the interference. I don't know why that's doing that. It was playing fine a second ago. Alright, so the point being, and excuse me for smoking while I'm talking to you. Now, the reason why I'm making this video is because when you research how they will create the homelessness of gang stalking targets, how they will gang stalk a target to their apartment building, okay? How they will harass also go to Google and type in landlords, property owners, mail theft and mail delayment of rent. That's how they made me homeless. So I moved from the state where this happened at to California in 2011, and I've been gang stalked along I was literally gang stalked in the Greyhound bus coming to California from Connecticut. I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams. Now, when you research all these different descriptions and cross-reference the material that comes up, you will clearly be able to see that they create homelessness of targets. In fact, if you type that in right now, you will literally see on the very first page of websites that come up, you will literally see practically in every single one that it literally states that it strongly appears that the primary and or secondary motive is to make the target homeless. And then when you click, like when you scroll down to the bottom of the first amount of web pages that come up and you hit the next button, you're going to bring every single website that comes up is going to say the same thing. Same thing when you go to the next set of websites. Literally. Because this is a main technique that they do to every targeted individual eventually. So, instead of sleeping in my tent in a state where it snows, I decided to come to San Diego. And I have been literally gang stalked along each and every single one of my routes ever since then. I just turned off my phone and now I got to turn it back on because I'm going to play you a 15-second long audio file that I uploaded to Instagram to literally prove to you in this video that I am being gang stalked. Now, the reason why I decided to make this video is because if you're gang stalked along all your routes, which gang stalking targets are, Hold on. Now, gang stalking targets are subjected to at least staged assaults, even staged rapes, non-stop mental harassment every day by being subjected to non-stop verbal harassment, usually sensitization methods, which is done intentionally to mentally let the target individual know that they're being gang stalked, which I'm literally going to prove to you in this video. But the purpose and reason why I made this video is not to just state what I've stated in order so I can introduce you to it so you can research it to see that what I describe are factual realities, but so that you can also see in real time what a target individual is experiencing. And then at the close of this video, if you feel inclined to do so, you can ask yourself with common sense alone, why won't the San Diego police make a police report that I am factually being gang stalked? So let me bring up that Instagram video. I gotta click on the application. It'll take a second for it to boot up. Now think about this, if they'll gang stalk you to your apartment buildings, multiple different apartment buildings, if they'll gang stalk you along all your routes, if they'll gang stalk you to motel rooms, if they'll gang stalk you to multiple motel rooms, even using motel managers, motel maids, housekeepers, they will even go as far as renting motel rooms next to you to drive you crazy, to cause you to want to leave. If that don't work, they'll stage an event or get the manager on board. Businesses and gang stalking is all over the internet. In fact, when an employee is being gang stalked at work by their fellow employees and management, it's called work mobbing. Google that. So, what I decided to do, so when you understand, the persons and or groups, it's usually a group that is managing these factual realities, these horrific, heinous crimes towards the selected target individual, they are in the system at the federal, state, and local level. It's a syndicate. And basically what they do is, in part, is create the homelessness in order to exploit the target, including attempting to take illegal syndicated probate control for, but not limited to, racketeering, insurance fraud, and human trafficking in a syndicated run, organized crime group home that is directly connected to the individuals that perpetrate gang stalking. It's the reason why the homelessness is created, in part. Okay? Now what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to play you a 15-second long audio. I want you to listen to how these two men are saying gang stalk together. Then one says gang stalking. That's a little bit hard to clearly hear. I'll give you that. But right after he says gang stalking, the same guy goes, the same person says, gang stalking, I'll fuck you up. Just listen. Now, why would two men say gang stalk together, both at the same time? And when these two men did that, I was physically present as it was happening because it was happening to me on a sidewalk on Gilman Road on Thanksgiving Day 2013. Today's date is February 1st, 2015. Now, the point I'm trying to make is this. When this event was unfolding, this is only a 15-second long segment of this event. The entire event was caught on a tape recorder. Okay? As the event was unfolding, these two individuals were standing right in my physical presence, 1 foot away from me. One did not say to the other, okay, it's now time to say gang stalk. One did not say that, okay, let's say it now. Okay? They both said gang stalk without either one of them giving each other verbal instructions to say it. But guess what one did before they said it? He touched his nose. So go to Google and type in physical gestures in gang stalking and touching hands to face, hands to mouth, or hands to nose. So, if you got two people in front of you right now and they both say gang stalk without either one of them giving each other instructions to say it, then how did they know to say gang stalk together to me, in front of me, in order to let me know that this particular event was happening because of gang stalking, where they literally had the stupid audacity to say it to my face? Okay, I'm going to play it again, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to another. See, Instagram only allows you to upload 15-second long videos, so I took the most pertinent section of that event and uploaded it from the tape recorder to Instagram so I could play it to police. This audio file alone has been played to at least 6 separate police officers, 2 times 2 of the same ones, and then the first time 2 separate ones. All 4 of them, 2 were played it twice on 2 separate dates, the other 2 were played at once. All 4 of them pretended like they could not clearly hear it being said. Do you hear it being said? Gang stalk together. One says gang stalking. That same one says gang stalking where to fuck you up. Now, I don't know about you, but everybody else that's listened to, because I've uploaded this audio to a video file and uploaded it to YouTube, and everybody hears it being said because they're leaving YouTube comments concerning it. Now, that happened in La Jolla, California on Thanksgiving Day 2013. If you went to MapQuest right now and typed in the address of UCSD La Jolla campus, and you typed in their address, and then typed in also, like, because you know how like when you use MapQuest, you got to type in the address of where you're going from to where you're going to. So go to Google and look up Yucca Valley Library, Yucca Valley, California, their address. Now, put in UCSD's address, and then put in Yucca Valley Library's address from Yucca Valley, California, and then hit enter to get directions. As a result, the directions will come up in reference to how to get from UCSD to Yucca Valley, California to go to the Yucca Valley Library, and it will not only give you directions, but it will give you the amount of distance of miles, 160. And what I'm about ready to play you right now, ladies and gentlemen, is the same exact, almost identical to a T exact methodology being used around me on a bus in Yucca Valley, California. Before I play it, I'm going to make this particular statement to you. Now, let me check the battery real fast. Pay close attention to my following statements. One of the two individuals that played a role in this Thanksgiving event was directly connected to a group of men that they intentionally propped up to hike out very close to me at the last hiking area that I was living at. Every single day and night, they yelled, "Gang stalk, oh my god, gang stalk weird, gang stalk crazy, gang stalk suck my you know what, gang stalk crazy, gang stalk, oh my god, gang stalk weird." Every single day, every single night, some days and nights non-stop. Okay, now I'm having a problem bringing Instagram back up. Okay, go to Google and type in cell phone hacking and gang stalking. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's saying couldn't refresh. It's saying couldn't refresh feed. All right, so hold on. All right, hold on a second. I think. No. Okay, so hold on. I gotta put my glasses on because it looked like it got suddenly switched to airplane mode. All right, so let me get. So, I'll just talk while I'm fixing the situation. Every single day and night for almost 2.5 years, these filthy little rat-ass animals harassed me day and night by constantly yelling what I've already stated: gang stalk, oh my god, gang stalk weird, gang stalk crazy. And so, I had videos about it every single day throughout the entire year of 2013 and published 98% of them that very day, on each day they were made. Pertaining to what was happening to me at that area. Then this occurred, the Thanksgiving event that you just heard, occurred on the sidewalk right across the street from that hiking area, about 60 feet up the street, headed towards UCSD. That's right, and one of the men that played a role in that event was directly connected to a group of men that hiked out 100 feet away and harassed me day and night, yelling these same words. Now, the Thanksgiving event, if you heard the entire event, you'll hear him say, "Oh my god, gang stalk." But again, Instagram only allows you to play 15-second long videos. So the point I'm trying to make is this. If you went to Google and MapQuest the distance of miles between Yucca Valley, California and UCSD, because the Thanksgiving event occurred right up the street from UCSD. In fact, it occurred on the very road that runs right into UCSD campus, Gilman Road. Do you hear men say gang stalk while other women are saying, "Oh my god," in the background, and then a woman just says gang stalking on bus route Landers in Yucca Valley, California, 1 year before. Oh, sorry, that was the wrong one. That was the Thanksgiving event. Here we go.
She never cried. I'm gonna go hang it on my knee and get my is there any problem? I'm gonna take my American flag out.
I'll play it again. Okay, now these are nothing but neighborhood community members that they duped to put on the bus route Landers, and they did it nonstop everywhere I went in Yucca Valley, just like I experienced it in San Diego County. Now, I left the hiking area that I hiked at, where I talked about how, where I was experiencing the harassment at by these other men. Okay, I left that area to go to Yucca Valley, and I looked up the person's address and directions to get to his house that I was going to see in Yucca Valley, an elected official who's being gang stalked, David Larson. I looked up his address and directions on how to get to Yucca Valley, and then directions on how to get from the bus stop to his house at UCSD. Now, the same methodology has been caught happening around me every single day, every single place I went to on UCSD campus. Getting around me and repeating gang stalk, oh my god, gang stalk weird, gang stalk crazy, gang stalk suck my dick, excuse my language, and other vile crap is how they intentionally, mentally let you know that you're being stalked. It's also how they intentionally, purposely mock you, taunt you, and remind you that you're a victim of gang stalking. Every day, everywhere you go. And that's not including the organized stalking, gang stalking, physical gestures that they subject me to. Go to YouTube and type in "Learning Disabled Woman Catches Gang Stalkers Admitting Sent to Harass," read comments, which means look in the description of that YouTube video. Now, the reason why I'm making this video is because what they're basically doing was, in order to get syndicated probate control, you have to try and claim, you have to, for one, get documentation to present to the court to try and present that the targeted individual cannot take care of themselves because they're homeless and because they've been homeless for a long time. You also have to try and claim that they're homeless because of a mental illness, which they try and claim you have as a result of you complaining about people stalking you that you don't know. This is where the police, the doctors, and the Social Security and even Social Services members will work in collusion, okay, and doctors, in order to call you mentally ill so they can get the syndicated probate control. Now, they create the homelessness by trying and then use it to say, Miss Williams has been homeless now since 2011. We got all these different reports about her being homeless because they're staging events at my hiking areas in order to either psychologically motivate me to call the police, like assaulting me here, bringing men up in here to assault me, okay? Or by using other techniques. And if they can't do that, they'll prop up a neighbor, a kid, a teenager, or anybody else, homeless men or anybody, to make it appear that the police have a normal appearing reason to know where you're staying at, so they can come to your hiking area and give you a ticket and or arrest you for illegal camping. And then they just do this and repeat this over like 1, 2, 3, 4 years, okay, to try and show a long history of mental illness and homelessness. Therefore, we better take syndicated probate control. And this is where the racketeering, insurance fraud, and human trafficking takes place at, in a syndicated run group home that the target is put in as a result of these schemes. So, ladies and gentlemen, what I decided to do after I moved from that area to here in an emergency fashion was I went and I bought this tent. This tent is nowhere near as is in height. Okay, this one is nowhere near in height than the one that I'm staying in right now. Okay, the one that I'm staying in right now is just too much of a problem to take it up and take it with me and hide it every day, and then put it back up before I go to bed. And now that it gets dark out at 5 o'clock in San Diego County because it's fall and winter, it's just craziness, total complete craziness. It's already bad enough that I got to go through everything that I got to go through to hide my sleeping bags and stuff every day. So what I decided to do in order to be able to try to take this window of opportunity away from them is I bought this $80 tent. It's going to be covered up in black weatherization sheets, and within 5 days I will be moved from this area. And every night when I come home, about an hour before it gets dark, okay, I will have numerous selected places ready to be used in case they bring homeless men to one designated spot that I pick. This cell phone is hacked. They can use it as a GPS tracker. If I leave this location and go to another location to look for a place to camp out at, they're going to know it, because I even made a tweet about what I plan on doing. The point being is that what I'll do is I'll have different places that I plan on using, and then I'll make sure that I'm at those places by 4 o'clock. Okay, if no one's there, I'll pitch the tent up. It'll be dark by 5:30. Get inside the tent, and the type of area that I camp out at, nobody should be in it after dark. And then in the morning when I wake up, about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, I'll have just enough time to get up, bag up my sleeping bags, get dressed, take the tent down, and by the time it's light out, 6:30, I'll be gone and my tent will be down. Now, this area, this property, no one should even still be in this area or on this property, even at 6:30 or 7, because it's too early. So this is my way of closing down and bottlenecking their opportunities to make it appear they have a normal appearing reason to know where I'm at. And the only way they're going to be able to just act like they accidentally discovered on me, the only way that they can use now my camping as a normal appearing reason to arrest me for camping is to stage an event while I'm sleeping or before I can get up and get out in the morning, using homeless men to do it. Because the type of property that I'm on, anybody that would service the type of property I'm on, they don't punch in at least until 8 a.m. You understand? So the only option they got left is homeless men. So they'll probably prop them up. They'll make them appear like they're either drug addicts, drunks, criminals, or crazies. That way they can say, oh, well, Leslie, this happened to you because you shouldn't have been here to begin with. And what do you expect? It's an area where homeless men are known to frequent. You're putting yourself in a dangerous situation, Leslie. We better take syndicated probate control of you. So they can put you in a group home to literally treat you as a straw person for racketeering, insurance fraud, and human trafficking. And I already know it because I literally witnessed it before my eyes in Michigan. Before my literal eyes. Do you know how you're looking at me right now? Because you're seeing me in a video. Well, picture me looking at you if you were in my physical presence. That is exactly what I mean when I say that I literally witnessed it before my very eyes happening to other women in Michigan. I know exactly what's going on here. Gang stalking is a nationwide syndicate. There's 2 major syndicates that are operating in the United States that are all connected. That's right, interstate stalking. Because of a nationwide syndicate, there's 2 main groups. So that's what I've discovered on the internet that are doing it. And it's nothing but organized crime in the system in every state, city, and town in the United States. And they are connected to organized crime out on the street as well. All right, so I gotta go. So we're gonna see if any event causes me to get a ticket for illegal lodging or arrested or told to move by any law enforcement while I am at this area and the next 2 that I use, which means that this video applies for the next 6 months. My name is Leslie Williams from This Second Forward, Super Bowl Sunday, February 1st, 2015, and I will be moved out of this specific spot that is titled, that goes by a code word, RR Colony 5, within 5 days. So if anything happens within 5 days, and I make prediction tweets every morning, what is that going to tell you? Thank you for listening, and have a nice day.